to Web3 and blockchain technology, especially given what you are building. Can you tell us about what you've seen in this ecosystem? Is it just the UAE? Is it UAE and Bahrain? Is it UAE, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia? Where are you seeing different parts of the ecosystem looking at just blockchain technology? And where are you seeing people who are potentially crypto friendly? Because I know cryptocurrencies are a topic which are generally something that aren't really engaged with because verdict is still out, right? We have some very stable cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, the rest questionable. But stable coins are but stable coins are basically the most endorsed program when it comes to digital currency in any format, as close to crypto as you can get. So tell us about what you're seeing. Are you seeing just the rails being set up, or are you seeing people actively pursuing stable coins as well in different ecosystems?
Very, very interesting question, Gaurav. So I love what Ramanna said, especially when you think of the supplier till the end, where there is a lot of prediction, and that prediction helps to actually find the credit worthiness. In a simple way, there is a lot of alternative data which has been trying to cover. There's a very interesting company in Poland which actually takes a lot of alternative data elements, where Monday or every Friday you get this free coffees because you are using your phone for 1 hour and 46 minutes. So that alternative data really helps. And with that alternative data being said, the blockchain element plays a very important role. So I'll try to break it down to 3 discussions, Gaurav. So when it comes to stable coins, definitely there is a need. But the bigger point, what I've seen for the past 5 years, is the infra play, the infrastructure. People talk about layer 1 protocols, layer 2 protocols, layer 3 protocols. More importantly, all of this is connecting the dots. It's like a Visa MasterCard or a MasterCard, the network. That particular network, the biggest player or the most successful player in the crypto community or the blockchain world would be the speed. So 7 or 8 years back when we were actually mining, we saw that the gas fee was expensive, right? There was $50, $70. In the night time after 2 p.m. it's $160. So that proof of work concept, the gas fees were expensive. So now we've seen a lot of interesting layers like Hedera. Hedera is basically being used by Fed now. Hedera's speed is much faster than Polygon. So I can talk about it for 2 hours, but long story short, that layer which connects the source till the receiver, the originator till the collector, that entire layer connectivity with the help of blockchain with a faster speed will be a very big play in the future. Now layer 1 can be built on top of the other layers, and now what I've seen is the simplicity in crypto elements, the blockchain elements and the Web3 elements. That simplicity is how many people can start using it. What is the acceptance of customers and business using it? So when you think about a buy now pay later for customers or a buy now pay later for businesses, that alternative data or that credit score on blockchain plugged for an instant financing decision. So what Ramanna said was very valid. When a company or a person goes for a loan and he wants a 50,000 dirhams loan, he has to wait for 2 weeks or 3 months. But if you basically say this is prepaid or instant, that instant will only happen when you have the end-to-end data. So that's one point where that particular layer of that protocol with the fastest speed and cheap, because a transaction can be less than 1 cent or less than 0.001 cent, and the speed can be near real time or even real time in fractions of seconds. So that's the first which I see will definitely be the future of finance. Coming to the UAE, Bahrain question and the Middle East question, how people are taking up this VASP for the exchange services, I would say there's no differentiation in an exchange, right? Because all it matters is how you on-ramp, where you basically buy a token or you sell a token. So that's an on-ramping or an off-ramping. What would differentiate in this particular layer is the real-world use cases. Like the way a Ripple would have done a real-world use case, or the PayPal USD has done a real-world use case. So everything has to gear towards securitization, I would say, where you are securing a real world asset, an underlying fungible token which actually has a secured layer. So very simple example, a real estate property, and you're tokenizing that property. At the end of the day, this token has real substance because it's backed up by a real world asset. So that real world tokenization, which is essentially in the licensing world called STO, which is the security token offering, has to definitely kick in the future. So that is where the future of the second element with the tokens would fall into play. Coming to the third question, what Gaurav said, which was very interesting. When you connect the dots, a utility token or a crypto token or a stable token, all matters is what are the actual applicable use cases of this particular chain where this coin has value. A very interesting point was the loyalty, where at the end this coin becomes a closed loop transaction. Everyone loves an on-us transaction where the interchange would be less. How this closed loop ecosystem would play, typically a paid would have a paid wallet for everyone and paid coins, and this paid coins run on a closed loop ecosystem for all the shops. And this all shops would have the financing element attached to it, and that's where you say, you know what, I'll give you real-time transfer if you use my paid coins, for example. So this application of coins, the acceptance of coin will be real in the coming few months, because all these coins will be a payment token or a payment instrument which will be backed up with a store of value, which will be especially a money service business at scale. And then the future, the fourth step, just to highlight or connect all the dots, is the cross-border payments. The use of cross-border with the help of blockchain elements on adding anchors in every countries, where this becomes real, near-time real, and how the settlement layers can be matched with ledgers between countries. So that's what my point is.
Thank you, Punit. I think before we go into Q&A, and there's the possibility for you to post questions to anybody on this panel, on